picture that I took in Mush and of some kids, and all works by him. And this is, now it's my favorite camera. The first time actually was in the early 70s. I kept some statistics, and I've been 80 times to Turkey now. And several cities I mentioned, Istanbul, I think I've been there 50 times. I have been one of the few people who traveled to Istanbul by train. 3 days running. As a child, a friend of mine who lived almost as a neighbor, his father was a professional, top-notch photographer, and I enjoyed seeing pictures appear in his darkroom. Later, a friend of mine in high school suggested that we started the hobby of taking pictures, and there was one upmanship between the two of us. So we tried to take excellent pictures and develop them themselves in the darkroom. I've been to, I think it is Yılan Tepe or something in Ankara, and I used to travel with one travel agent, and he was from that region. It's Geçikondular on a hill.
Yeah.
And I decided to go there. The moment I was at the border, people said, "Don't go there, the police don't go there." And I thought, well, the worst that can happen is that they take my camera. But the nicest thing that can happen is that they take some good pictures that no one else takes.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't harm you, or they didn't?
They didn't harm me. We're organizing a duun, a festivity. People invited me to see how they prepare these pancake-like flatbreads. In Turkey, one can travel easily because of the buses, the dolmuşlar and all that. And I can't drive a car. I'm Dutch. I ride my bike. I use public transport, and that's it. The inter-city connections were excellent. Sometimes you had to wait for 2 or 3 hours for the next bus if you were in the real far east, but a bus would come. And also I would occasionally go and visit some villages, the mountains there. When I was younger, it was marvelous to go up in the hills and walk the rocks. But it doesn't tell you much about the city. The city at that time was very rural and simple, mud in the streets, and an atmosphere I liked. As you can see, I have lots of books about Turkey. I have some more digitally on my camera nowadays, or on my iPhone nowadays. Some specialized, the sultans, Atatürk, some other countries of the region. My age is 73, approaching 4. By training, I'm a psychologist who, before studying psychology, also studied Dutch. I like languages. I like Turkish also, but that's another story. I can speak some Turkish, enough to make things easy. That's what I do. Siz çok güzel, ben een amateurfotograafçıyım, meer fotograaf çekmek istiyorum, mümkün mü, and that sort of a thing, and yeah, then I can take a picture. I do like Edirne, for instance, for its architecture. The Selimiye, on one occasion, I've been alone in the Selimiye for half an hour, and it's a special experience. It was in the midst of winter. These huge cathedral-like building it was a joy. I often went there, and then there are several other important sites. Bursa I like a lot. Istanbul